Alright, hello everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome to the stream. Got folks jumping in. Oh, thank you for the sub! Yo, thank you for the resub! Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome everyone, and let me catch up on chat really quick. Hello Echo, thank you for joining us, even if it's just for a little bit. Hello to Petra and Campbell and Hero? I'm gonna say your names wrong, I'm so sorry. Yo! Thank you for the resub as well, Rain. Ow! Do we actually have Hype Train enabled? I guess we might. I don't know if that'll be starting here, but we got everybody doing resubs. Thank you guys all for that. Welcome to Matt Draw as well. Lots of familiar faces in chat. Welcome back, everyone, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, there's a couple of things that I got to talk about before we totally jump in. First of all, something much anticipated is here for WolfQuest. The achievements update is actually out, and so we do have that. Let me actually do it. Yeah, I've never seen Hype Train before. We never had resubs happen that close together, but it's apparently it's telling me that could start, so maybe we'll start seeing some of that. But let me go ahead and show you guys some of this. So we actually have achievements in the game now, and I will turn off the screen so that you can see that. We've got all these really cool achievements. Oh, I guess we got the making an impression one already from starting this one. Now, this save, it did give me a warning on it. This is Puma's save. It did give me a warning that we are going to be unable to get some of these achievements because it's an older save that existed before the achievements update came out. So we'll see. I don't know which ones that'll be. I don't know if we'll actually get any of these on this save anyway, if we're going to be playing that far enough to see that happen anyway. But we'll see, we'll see. But we'll probably be doing some today is finishing off our trial courtship and maybe looking for some of these explorer achievements, because you can get some of those on Amethyst Mountain. And then there's some really cool ones here. Also, the art is so good. Can we just appreciate the art? Like, most of it's not in color yet, but, like, bruh, the art is amazing. I love these icons. They had a phenomenal... Yo, wait a minute, hold on. Rain! Oh my goodness! Rain's gifting subs! Thank you! Thank you for the gifted subs! Oh my gosh! Wow! Everything just going wild tonight. My goodness. Y'all are amazing. Oh, that's very, very kind of you, Rain. And enjoy your new subs to everyone who has gotten those gift subs. But yeah, so we're gonna check out some of these achievements today, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop back into the game. Well, I don't know. I did not actually see how this one popped up. I think it came up while I was loading, so I don't actually know what they look like when they pop up, but I'm sure we'll see some of them throughout the course of the series here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna put up the stream screen again just for a second, and we'll switch back over. I'm also gonna turn on the goals here, because we actually, hopefully it's updating right. Is it still not updating? It still might not have. I think this should have updated this time. Something about this one is a little bit broken. This particular sub goal counter has just been giving me bother. Maybe I think it might have timed out again. But I'll check how far we are, how close we are to that. After it's just not going to update on the counter. Sorry about that, y'all. I will go ahead and turn that off then, because no work right. But we will jump in and get started. Sorry, there's a lot to cover here. And let's go ahead and get going. Yeah, it should have gone up. It is actually broken this time. I've just had that one giving me trouble all the gosh dang time, apparently. But we are here with Cinnabar34, and we have not named him yet, but we are at 50% affinity with him, I guess. That was one of the achievements that I saw, and we'll see how that goes. We will see. A lot of you guys have been working hard on the achievements. That's really cool. Yeah, I haven't... this is the first time I've actually gotten to play with them here. I have not tried that yet. I have not gotten to see them, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll get to start exploring some of those, and we'll probably see... This is a shared profile between the streams and the YouTube, so we'll probably see them pop up in various cases on both sides. But that'll be something we get to explore all around. Hey, all the badges. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, So yeah, some of the achievements are a little bit emotional. It looked like I was looking through them before the stream started, kind of familiarizing myself with them. Yeah, Puma is an absolutely gorgeous wolf. Let's stop and take a look at her. She's got one of the really pretty NPC exclusive coats. Oh, and Cinnabar is showing up to say hello. So now, if I recall, these guys haven't done a proper hunt. It has been a little bit too. I did take a hiatus for this past week, and I'll talk about that in a second. But we probably want to do some hunting with these guys and see if we can bring down at least a mule deer, maybe an elk as well. And see how that is going. But yeah, so I took a little bit of a week off, and that was kind of only kind of announced. I know oh, that's a buck. We're not gonna hunt that. I know I did allude to that the previous week, that there's some stuff going on, and sure thing. In fact, things have happened, and it's a little bit of a story. It is a little bit of a story, but to make that story short, I got a cat. It was a complete total accident. So, if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen recently that I was posting because there was this cat that just turned up in our yard and didn't leave. And, like, for the longest time, we thought she was probably someone's cat, but she just stayed and never left our yard. She lived in our yard for a while, and so at that point we were probably like, okay, I don't think this cat actually has a home. So I've been dealing with that, and, I ended up bringing her to the vet, had her checked for microchip. She doesn't have a microchip. As far as we can tell, there's no owner. We can't find them if they're out there. No sign of someone looking for a cat. No one knew where she's from. This cat just does not have a home from everything that we could tell. So, yeah, I was just... I guess I have a cat now because... I still can't believe it happened. I still can't believe that happened, but you know what, we're gonna keep the cat. And so I've been dealing with acclimating new cat to the house for a little while here, and that took up a lot of my time this last week. So I don't know if we'll hear from her today. She does like to pop in and say hello, especially around feeding time, which is after stream. So we might hear her. She's very loud. You may hear her yell. This is how she communicates. Everything is scream. But yeah, I have a kitty now. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody had a whole litter of pups get sick. That's insane. I think the most I've had is 3 at a time in Aiden's litter, but that's insane. Oh my goodness. And all the way down to 3% health is very scary too. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. At this point, I'm just chalking this up to God said, here, have a cat. I was not expecting this in the slightest, but, you know, she didn't have anywhere to go, and I had a place where she could stay, so I guess I have a cat. Her name is Evelyn. She's a very sweet girl, but she's a little bit of a diva, and I'm sure she will make an appearance at some point, if not tonight. But if I have to pause the stream, that is probably because she has come to say hello, and I do not know if she'll want to be included in stream or not. She's not super much of a lap cat, but sometimes she wants attention, so we'll see. We'll see if she's around or not. Aw. Yeah, she's honestly great. Like, we've only had her for a little bit, so it's still it's a very strange feeling, especially with how interestingly it all came about. Definitely not at all what I was expecting, but yeah, this do be a thing. Yes, she does have a very cute yell. It's so funny though, like, I've never had a cat that's like this absolutely feral for her food. Like, she will come and stand at my door and yell and lead me downstairs to the food because she knows it's time for food. Even if it's not time for food, she'll do this. So she very likes her food, which is a good thing, but also she's quite the character about it. So I'm sure at some point she will surface. Yeah, streamer cat. We'll see how she does. If she's not in here with me right now, I think she's sleeping. I checked on her before the stream, and this is kind of the end of her nap time into the beginning of her dinner time, but I think she still has snack left, so she may not show up tonight. We'll see. But I'm sure one of these days she will pop in and say hello. I'm going to focus on hunt just for a minute. Actually, let's go for one of the adults. We always hunt the calves, but these two are probably going to have more experience hunting the adults. Also, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I see new folks popping in. I was just talking about how, yeah, now I have a cat now. Oh, and we're in Stranger Wolf territory, but we're gonna do a hunt. I'm gonna focus on the hunt for a little bit, and then I will catch up with chat. So pardon me. The last time I hunted and didn't pay enough attention to the hunt, I almost died. So I'm gonna try to not do that this time. It was with poor Frodo. I did not expect to just get him chucked into a situation like that. But yo, Cinnabar's doing pretty good. Also, make sure to be thinking of names for this lad, because there's a good chance that whoa goodness. We'll see if we end up keeping him as a mate, but these two have been getting along quite well, and it seems like they're doing pretty good together. So as long as they're able to hunt, and it doesn't seem like they're going to have any issues with that together, then we'll probably be accepting him as a mate. Everybody seemed to like him quite a lot, and I feel like he's getting along well with Puma here. All right, almost elk down time. There we go. A little bit more bite. Fortunately, Puma has very good stamina. Oh, ow. Really? Just 11 health. Oh my goodness, just that tiny last... Or no, that was the damage she... No, that was the damage we did to her. Oh, hey, yo! That's what the achievements are like. Oh, speaking of the end of courtship, holy smokes. Okay, things are happening. We got achievement. It does show up as a Steam achievement as well, it looks like. But this wolf is impressed with strength and hunting skills and is willing to be your mate. What do you guys think? I'll give you a chance for that. And if we could get the name suggestions open, I don't know if they actually are or not. I don't think they were from last stream. Because apparently we have finished the courtship. Alright, let's see. Let me catch up. Oh, I didn't actually know that was the meaning. It's been a while since I've looked at the meaning of the name, but that's cool. Oh, yeah, some cats are very social and like to hang out a lot. Yeah, I've heard of people just like having this happen, and I just thought, you know, it couldn't be me. It's not gonna happen. But nope, this cat just showed out of the blue and decided she lived here, and I guess now she does. Oh yeah, definitely. If you guys can support shelters, support rescues, it's a great place to find pets, and there's a lot of animals out there that do need a home, and sometimes if they don't find you, you can still give them a second chance. Yeah, hopefully no stranger wolves will jump us. I was a little bit worried that they will. They still might, but we're gonna eat as fast as we can and dine and dash. Yeah, he's not a beaver hunter. I remember last time that this man was absolutely head empty. He did not help. Not the best beaver hunter, but we do love him. We got some cool names coming in, though. I will put those in a poll a little bit. I do not remember if mate names are limited. Let me actually check on that. But these are some very cool name suggestions. Let me just take a look at that here. If I can find it, if I can remember where it is. I think they might... Okay, we have 6 requests, so they might be unlimited. Yeah, I think for mate names they are. I think for pup names they are not. Or... I don't remember what I have everything set to, honestly. I think pup names have a higher limit. It's mostly the Den and the Rendezvous site names that are, very limited, I think. I do not believe that they have a limit. I cannot actually tell. But I will give a little bit longer to submit names if y'all want them. So yeah. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Lots of literary names this time. That's pretty cool though. There's some great books out there. Yeah, so channel points, you earn them over time as you hang out in a stream. If you're here a lot, you'll get more channel points. I think subs, I also believe, have more points. I think you accumulate points more quickly as a subscriber. And by the way, if you're not subbed, if you did not get one of those gifted subs from earlier, also hello everyone, we got a lot of people here. I was just talking about though, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe to someone with that for free once per month from your Amazon Prime account. If you have that linked to your Twitch, I believe it's one free sub per month of a tier 1 sub, so you can get access to the emotes for that if you want to subscribe with Amazon Prime, so that is a thing as well. Okay, yeah, you get more points according to the tier, Rain is saying. I never remember how it all works, so that sounds about right, though. I think that is indeed the sub badges. We don't have... I think I can eventually customize those, but we don't have custom ones yet. We'll have to see about that at some point, though. But yeah, we had a lot of folks got gifted subs earlier. Rain was gifting some. Thank you for that, Rain. So several new folks joining the sub club, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the emotes. Yeah, that's right. Rain has one of the founder badges as well because she was subbed right from the start. So, I think we've gotten pretty much all the names in that we're going to. I'm going to go ahead and we will close suggestions here, and we have to do 2 polls, it looks like. So, go ahead and pause these. We have more than that. How many? Do we have? Oh no, we have 6. I thought there were more than that for a second. But we'll go ahead. It looks like y'all are pretty excited. And y'all do want to choose him as the mate, right? Like, just to be sure. I think everybody was on board for that. Hey, we got no woo going. Got a lot of a woo in chat. Yeah, I think everybody said yes, so I'll go ahead and we will choose yes here. And then for his name, we'll go ahead, we'll put up a couple of polls. The way we'll do this is we'll run 2 polls, and then we'll run those against. Oh! Okay. I forgot he was a 4-star. That's right, he's 4-star diversity. The achievements do be popping up, though. They do be popping up, but they're gonna keep surprising me, because we're gonna probably get a lot of the very early ones. We're gonna get a lot of the ones that are pretty easy, because we'll just see those popping up through gameplay, and then they'll get less frequent with time. But, what should our first name for Snoop Dogg? Can't spell. And I'll put in the first names. Alright, let's see. So we've got a few names here. And I will put in some of these. And we'll do our first 3, and then we'll do our second 3, and then we'll run them against each other. So here we go, we'll do that. And let's see, here we go. And I'll give you a little bit of time to vote in that poll, and then we'll do another one. Lots of a woo in the chat. I'm glad you guys are liking the emotes. We'll have to see. We might have do we have a third? I think we might, I have to check and see if we have any slots open right now, because we mostly have, no, we have 3 of 3. We have 3. I'll have to see if we have any new slots at the moment, though, because I'm not sure off the top of my head. And we'll have to be thinking about what fun ones we might want to do, if we want to do any for Frodo and Pixis, maybe, or if we want to do any for other ones. I think I still have a pretty limited selection because I'm still affiliate, and I think partners when you get a lot more emotes. But we do unlock more over time as the sub count grows, so we shall see. I'm not sure how many that I have at the moment. Yeah, not all the names will fit, so we'll have a second poll, and then the winners of those polls will run against each other is the way we're gonna do this, because we have more than 5. And yes, channel points and bit votes are open. Okay, so it looks like our first option is gonna be White Fang, and we will do a new poll here. I will set this up. So, what should our second name... And we'll set up our second option there. Let's see. Oops. So, there we go. And here we go, all 3 names. And here we go. We'll go ahead and start our second poll, and then the winner of this poll will run against the winner of the first poll there. So yeah, White Fang is a cool one. Yeah, very good name suggestions this time, as always. Y'all have some great ideas. You always have very fun names, and I love you guys as being able to participate. That's something that's really fun about Twitch, is that it lets you guys have some very very fun user interaction. You know, one game that I really want to run on here at some point would be like a poll-based Shelter 3 run. I think that'd be really fun to give you guys the decision of what fate what fate I face. I think that would be a fun one to try out at some point, because that's another one that could do really well with the user participation. So we'll have to see. Maybe that'll be a Wednesday stream. I don't know for sure when I will be doing another Wednesday stream. We kind of postponed the one because I've been figuring stuff out with Kat. But if Evelyn is doing all right and doesn't mind the streaming too much, then we might try to do that maybe next week. I don't know if we'll do it this week. Depends on how things are going. But let's see. So it looks like it's between White Fang and Koji. So I'll set a final poll there. Thank you guys all very much for the name suggestions, and we will see here which of these you guys want to name him. All right, let's see. Koji, I think that's, I'm probably saying that wrong. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. But that's, I think, I want to say that was the name of the owl from Eagle Island. It has been ages since I played that game. I still want to finish it, but my gosh, I'm not, I'm not good at that style of game. It was a very, very good game from what I saw, but I'm just not coordinated enough for it. I found recently a clip buried on my Twitter of the stupid heckin' crab. The crab that set you on fire and just absolutely ruined my life. So that's what that name makes me think of. And don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the game immensely, but I was also a little bit infuriated by my own inability to figure it out. Oh my goodness. Oh, Koji is right. Okay, I'm glad I'm saying that good. Alright, let's see. That means like that's cool. Very cool. Hey, it looks like you guys want to call him Koji, so we'll go ahead and we will name him a Koji. Let me get set up here. So we have Puma and Koji. I can spell that right. It shouldn't be that hard. I can't type today. Let's go ahead and we will name him, and here he be. So, and thank you guys for contributing channel points. I did not see if anybody did that in the previous polls, but I do see it now, so thank you for that. We've established a territory, and we're ready to establish a territory and start a family of our own. We've got a new snapshot here. We'll take a look at his stats at the end, but we're actually not going to journey to Slough Creek this time. We're going to spend a little bit of time running around, and I think I wanted to look at some of the achievements. I wish you could access them easily from this screen, but I think there was one for visiting a lot of the areas. So I think somewhere over here is you can't, oh, there it is, Fairy's Fall. You can barely see it. If I turn off the territories, you can see it a little bit better. But there's one for visiting all the different areas, I think. So we might try to run around with some of those. Now, it's a little bit hard for me to open up the achievement menu, so if you guys are familiar with it, please help me out, because I have to put up the screen every time I do it so that I can go through the account page, because that has, unfortunately, personal info. We need, like, a streamer mode for this game where you can turn that off. Oh, goodness. But it's no big deal. But if you guys have the achievements more memorized than I do, definitely make sure to let me know what we're doing. Oh, that's bears. Never mind. Don't want any part in that. But we will have these guys run off this way because I do know where Fairy Fall is. Let's see. Oh my goodness. They're both excellent names. Both of them are very good. You can always submit names again and possibly see them used in the future. It's hard when there's so many good options, which is why I get it a little bit easy. I get to leave the decision making up to you. Do we get anything, or do streamers get anything when you use points? It's basically a fun way of rewarding people for spending time watching the stream. So indirectly, yes, because like we don't get anything directly when you spend channel points, but spending channel points, if you have them, it means you've been here watching streams, supporting the channel. You've been here contributing to viewership, which helps us get more noticed. You've been here for whenever Twitch runs ads, if we have ads. which does contribute financially, of course. So it's basically a thank you for being here supporting the stream in other ways. We don't necessarily get anything directly from the spending of channel points themselves, but the fact that you've been here long enough to have them shows that you're helping support the stream, and it's a nice way of saying thank you. So that's kind of what the deal with channel points is. I think, do we still have an explanation for that? We might have a MooBot explanation for that too, that links to Twitch's article. But yeah, so it's basically a nice thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube too, after the fact and wondering what the heck is up with channel points, you can catch these live on Twitch at the JZX5through5 channel. And we stream for the most part on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. PST, Pacific time. And so usually that is when we are live, and you have the chance to participate in real time, get access to the polls and to the channel points and all these little things that we do where you can submit names and stuff and help make decisions in real time if you do that. But whether you join us here or not, appreciate you guys watching on YouTube as well, and I hope you're enjoying. And we do have the channel point, info there, so yeah, that's a better explanation of it. No pray for bears this time, yep. No, don't worry, you're free to spend or save your channel points as you so desire to. It's just a fun way of saying thank you for sticking around. We are headed towards Fairy Fall, so we will head off this way. I do want to stop and snooze for a bit because we do be tired though. And did I not finish eating, or have we just been running that long? I probably didn't finish eating because we were yeah, I know exactly what I did. I got distracted by the name pop-up coming up, and we we did not finish eating. Did he finish getting food? He's pretty good on his food. He's a little bit hurt, but not too bad. We're both a little bit hurt from that, but let's take a rest here. So let's see. With the channel point submissions for names and stuff, unfortunately we don't have, it would either be make the guarantee very, very, very expensive, or it's where we have the chance to submit it to a poll. So not all the names will be used, unfortunately, even though all y'all submit very nice suggestions. Y'all have some very fun and creative names, but I do leave it up to a poll as well, because that also involves everyone in it, because anyone can participate in a poll. So it's hopefully a fun system for keeping everybody involved, but it does mean that not every name submitted will be used. So definitely spend your points wisely, and you don't worry, because you always have the chance to try again as long as you're hanging out. Oh, we've got a dream too. Looks like there's an elk in a road. Very, very close elk in the road. Oh, and puppies! Alright, yeah, and again, like, just because there's many very good options, but we have a limited number of wolves that we can actually name, so we're not going to be able to use all of them as much as we might like to. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, it's one fun thing about being able to be here and hop in live if you are able to. Whether you are here live or watching later or lurking or active in chat, though, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys are having fun, and I hope you're enjoying the story so far. We'll probably be headed off. You know, one thing we could do too. Do you guys want to head to Slough Creek next episode, or do you want to spend another one here on Amethyst Mountain achievement hunting? Because we could do that as well, because that's new. We could spend Thursday here achievement hunting as well. Do we want to run a poll on what we do with that? Because there's there's fun for both options, but it depends on what y'all want to see. We can go through it more slowly here on the mountain as we spend our time here through various series, or we could do it all at once and do a lot more of it here, spend some time concertedly hunting for the different locations. Those are the easiest ones I know of. There's also, I think, findable items now, but I have no idea where those are. I feel like we're gonna trip on them. On those I probably will leave to trip over, but there was an actual list of the map locations that you can visit. Hey, thank you for setting up the poll, Rain. Thank you for handling that. With some things, it's easier to have mods do it, and Rain does a great job of that, of keeping up with the polls when we need them. Yeah, you can achievement hunt in Slough Creek as well, but we're gonna be as a whole spending a lot more time naturally in Slough Creek because we're going to be there to raise pups at least 3 times per wolf on average. Bear time, I don't want bear time. We don't want bear time. We want to keep moving and not have to deal with this heckery. We will, basically, we're going to have more time there every playthrough unless we have a wolf that dies super early on. We're going to be spending on average probably at least 3, well, way more than 3 times the amount, actually, because each litter is way more than 2 episodes. So we're going to be spending a significant amount of time in Slough Creek with every playthrough, so it's not really necessarily as worth it to set aside a specific amount of time for achievement hunting in Slough Creek, because we're more likely to just naturally bump into some of those things through the course of gameplay. And there is a poll if you guys want to vote in it. Well, I think it just ended. The hunt is on. Okay, so next episode will be here. I will fix the display counter because that'll give us an additional episode to set Puma's first litter to accurate if more people do end up subscribing. Then we will set our first litter to accurate instead of challenging, but if not, we'll be playing on challenging, and we'll have a chance to set the second litter. Oh, that's that map border. Have the chance to set the second litter to accurate. Okay, where's Fairyfall? Fairyfall is up here. Fairyfall is up here. Yeah, I think I know roughly where we are. Words are getting hard, y'all. I'm having a difficulty with them at the moment. But it looks like y'all want to see us do some achievement hunting, so we'll be spending a little bit of extra time here. Let's see. Oh, oh gosh. I definitely do not have this link on hand, but there is, in one of the old WolfQuest devlogs on YouTube, they talked about hardware and a graphics card for computers that'll run the game well, and they had a list to a site that benchmarks them and which kind of roughly what WolfQuest needs. It's... Oh, you are looking at the calculator though. Yeah, there's probably new cards since then. Graphics cards are a little bit of an obscure thing to measure in a way. Fairyfall's down this way. That's what I'm missing. Is this gonna give us a pop-up? How do we know when we've seen it? Is that... Oh, there's Bison. Ooh, yay, achievement progress. Where all it ever does is rain. That do be. The Bison are enjoying the shower though, so we're not gonna bother them. We'll let them stay nice and cooled off in the mist there. We're not gonna heck with that. Let's go someplace else. Let's get out of the territory. And what are some of the other places we have to find? If y'all know, what are some of the other locations that we got to go to for this? Because I do not have the list on hand, and this is the only one I remember. Hey, yep, time to go. Time to go. Come on, Koji, let's get out of here. Time to leave. I don't think Puma's not like... She's not like a shy wolf. She's a very outgoing wolf, but she's not a super big fighter, I think. Like, she's not a super aggressive wolf is the word I'm looking for. She would much rather make friends than enemies. And they do be very deep in Stranger Wolf territory right now, so... But yeah, on the subject of hardware, graphics cards are a little bit... I don't know, I've always had a tough time measuring them against each other. You kind of just... I think you can run the game on a lower level graphics card, probably, but you're not going to be able to play on like this level of graphics. Like, I have it turned up all the way. But I also have a really good graphics card because I do YouTube and Twitch streaming, so I invested more in that so that I could do a high quality video for this kind of thing. So it probably still can, unless it's like really low level, but it's definitely gonna be, you're not gonna be able to run it on as high of graphics if you have a lower end card for sure. Hey, don't, please just leave Koji alone. Yeah, the Bison do be hogging the waterfall. No, I absolutely get that. Whenever I'm looking at PC stuff, it's always helpful to have like a comparison. helps brain work better with that. It gets a little bit abstract if you don't really know what you're looking for. And I know a little bit about computers, but like, I don't know, the graphics card stuff even makes my head spin. So like, yeah. Oh, and we've gone right into the other Stranger Wolf territory. Oh my goodness, no, just let me out, let me free. Please let me leave. Okay, let's see. The tent. Okay, one of the collectibles is at the tent. You know, I still have not found the tent. Y'all tried to show me another one, and I just still couldn't find it. So that's one thing we haven't seen yet either. I've never actually found it in person. These maps are huge. Like, there's so much of this that even I haven't seen. So take the collectibles to one place. Oh, that could be fun. Yeah, Stranger Wolves do be mean tonight. There might be one for Fossil Forest. That probably is one. I know where that one is. There is one for there is one for Fossil Forest. Okay, we'll go to Fossil Forest first, because that's a lot of them. What's my graphics card? Oh gosh. I want to say it is it's the, what's it freaking called? It's the, NVIDIA, I think it's the 1060 Ti one. It's not GeForce. Is it still called GeForce? My first one was a GeForce, and that's all that's coming to my mind right now. Gonna absolutely get the names completely hecked. Like, I swear I know a little bit about computers. Everyone's gonna be like, what is she talking about? No, I know things, I just haven't needed to know them for a while. But yeah, it was the 1060 Ti, I'm pretty sure, is the one that I have currently. And that does do pretty well. It chugs a little bit at times, but it's not bad, and it does keep up with WolfQuest even when I'm recording. It do run hot, though. It do run a little bit hot. Just that's something to keep in mind, too. And especially if you have a laptop, you're gonna want to you're gonna want to really make sure. Oh, bear time! You're gonna really want to make sure you have good cooling for a laptop if it's a higher end one, because that is something that having a laptop with a higher graphics card, mine will overheat if I'm not careful with it. Yeah, it do be bear time. It do be bear time. Yeah, that's fair. Trying to put together a computer is always an endeavor, and it's a very fun one. It can be a very rewarding one, and I personally like knowing the way that the system goes together. I feel a lot more comfortable servicing the computer that I actually built, because I know more about it. Hey, Fossil Forest! Is that supposed to have the fairy fall? Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna... Are they all supposed to have the fairy fall image, or are they supposed to have individual ones? Because I'm not sure that was supposed to happen. We might have found a bug. And this is a very new update. I think they're still testing some things, so that could be a little bit of a boo-boo. Sometimes things happen. Yeah, the bear just be there. Okay, it's a group kind of thing, so that they just have a picture of fairy fall for the whole thing. Okay. As long as that's the case, then I won't send it. Not sure if they're all supposed to have their individual one. I remembered another one that I did see, though, is, I believe the summit, up here, Amethyst Summit. So we might want to run in that way. I'm pretty sure that there is, something up there. The tent is in Wapiti territory, but Upper Amethyst Creek. Alright, let's see where that is on the map. Amethyst Summit. Upper Amethyst Creek, so, like, this area. One of the collectibles is near here? Okay. Well, there's a lot of things to find now, it seems like. So this area, I take it, is where the tent is. And then I think there's something up here. Well, let's head towards that. Let's head in that direction first. And then we'll kind of take a look and see if we can find the tent. If we can't find the tent, we'll go up to the summit. And that'll probably be about time for that. Okay. I don't know how... Do you... Oh, whoa. That be something, alright. How... Do the collectibles have scent? That might be a thing. I don't know if they have scent or not. If they have scent, that might make it easier. They do have scent. Okay. Red question marks. Okay, so that'll make it easier. So I imagine we'll probably stumble on those from time to time. I'm not going to go too out of my way to find them unless we start actually smelling one on the wind, which, knowing me, there was one earlier and I just didn't notice it, and people are probably watching the VOD going, Jay, what are you doing? There was a collectible. I did not know. I did not see. But if that be the case, you know, we should also hunt along the way. Maybe if we stumble on these mule deer, we'll do that too. I'm getting distracted by like 1,000 different things. ADHD Gopher right now. Alright, what have we got here? We've got mule deer track, right? Yep, mule deer. Mule deer run this way. It's a little hard to see on the snow. That's a snowshoe hare. Oh, there's the mule deer. Whoa, watch out, Koji. Oh. I hear... deer time? Deer time, alright. There is... oh, there's like a whole group of them. Let's just take down this doe. We will do a hunt briefly together, and then we will eat. Just noticing we're getting a little bit hungry. So, let's see. Fairy and Fossils is part of the landmark quest. Yeah, that was one that I did remember seeing. Oh, wait. Oh, did I? Okay, I'll go back and sniff again. There's the Wapiti Territory scent post I've been seeing that's red. But, there might also be a collectible scent as well. Oh, do the pups play with collectibles? If we find one in Slough Creek, we'll have to bring it back. Because that would be very, very fun. Oh, they do play with some of it. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my goodness, we'll have to take a look for that when we get to Slough Creek. That's so cool. That's very, very cool. I saw there was a list of the collectibles. They didn't look too much into it, but it looked like there's some fun ones. Alright, so some of y'all were saying that you saw a collectible scent as well, so after we eat, we will sniff around for that a little bit. You might just be seeing the Wapiti scent post. I don't know how clearly that comes through or not on the stream, and I did notice that, and that is in fact red, so it might just be that, but it could also not be, so I will do a sniff. Alright, and now I don't smell anything red. Oh, yeah, this is a Wapiti scent post, so that's not what we're looking for. 8 collectibles for the scavenger hunt? Nice. Okay, Yep. I sure did go right back to reading chat while I was hunting. This is what I'm used to, is I'm used to the challenging, the challenging hunts with a mate. And so, like, that was exactly how I got caught up with Frodo. And I was just like, oh, this is fine. It'll be great. It'll be totally fine. And it was not totally fine. I was hunting solo on accurate, and that almost went very poorly. Oh, that does sound very cute. Oh my goodness. The pups play. Oh, well, there's a teddy bear in Slough Creek, apparently. I really want to see this. I haven't seen this. I have not seen a lot of spoilers for this update. So, like, there's a lot that we're just gonna find, I think, and that should be very, very fun. I think, oh, yeah, Puma's not dead. Puma's doing fine. We're playing on challenging still, so Amethyst Mountain, with our main legacy, we always will play on challenging. And then the litters beyond that can either be accurate or challenging, depending on what y'all vote for, if we've hit our sub goal or not, which I'll have to check on because it's broken right now. I was like, it'll be fine, and it was not. This thing, like, I don't know, man. Every time I either think it's broken or it ends up broken, and I don't know why this one specifically is just so heck right now. But I think it's because it probably ran out right before the stream or something and just decided to stop functioning. I think, yeah, I think the achievements kind of stack, so, like, you get a little bit extra for, like, you get progress towards it, is what we've been seeing. Okay, guys, you're telling me the tent is in this general area. I have no idea where this thing is. I've never seen it in my life. Like, I've seen pictures of it. I can't identify where that is. So Upper Amethyst Creek, where am I relative to it? Where do I need to go? Oh, the teddy bear is a collectible. Okay, yeah, nice. The collectibles seem like a very fun idea. So, we're right here. You guys said along Upper Amethyst. This is like the pack home hex, so that's a little bit scary to be that close to it. It's a bit by the river, but not too close to the water. Yeah, hopefully Wapiti Pack leaves us alone. So is it on this side of the creek or is it on the other side? I think you guys were telling me that it's in, like, this little V between it at one point. I'm not 100% sure. You've never been to the tent or seen it. Yeah, I've seen pictures of people who found it, but, like, I've never found it. I've never been able to identify where this thing is. Nothing about that forest looks familiar to me. All I can assume is that I've just, like, never been to this specific place, never been anywhere close enough to identify it. Yeah, y'all are good. Y'all are good. Don't worry if you don't remember where. I'm just, like, I have no idea either. I've looked for this thing, like, 3 or 4 times, probably. At least once on camera, and it's just not there. Hello and welcome to the stream, everyone. We are looking for the tent. Is this? That's cougar. Okay. I was like, gotta listen for the wolf music. Alright, oh, we should sniff more often. Sniff for collectibles, too. If they do have a scent. Oh, speaking of, yo! Okay, metal bucket. Okay, so, they do indeed have a scent. Alright, that's good to know. Where is this thing? Give me the bucket. I want the bucket. Where's the bucket? Gib. If we don't find the tent, we can at least find the bucket. Maybe the bucket is at the tent. What is this? Metal bucket. This is still the same one. Okay. Just, like, trying to make sure we've not got multiple ones. I don't know exactly where they spawn either. Oh, I see something. Bucket? Bucket! Yo! Pick up the object. Grab! Metal bucket! Mine! Mine! Get a bucket! I've got a bucket! Mine! Mine! I take with me. That's just the Slough Creek path. I grab the bucket. Bucket time! Bucket time! Okay, so this is by the tent. Let's see if we can find where the tent is then. Is it, like, down here somewhere? Bucket time! Time for a bucket! Alright, so somewhere around here y'all are saying the tent is here. Get river water! Oh my goodness, can we actually... We can't. They won't let us do that. We're a wolf. We can't get water in the bucket, can we? We're not allowed to do this, are we? No. No, we're not. That's disappointing. It's not... I mean, it's like, it's kind of disappointing. It's not that disappointing. I don't think a real wolf would do that, and WolfQuest is pretty much about what real wolves would or wouldn't do, for the most part. But it would be funny, though. Yee, look at her, she's so proud of her bucket. Aw, that's amazing, honestly. I wonder, will Koji grab it? Would Koji grab the bucket? Koji, do you want to carry the bucket? Let me get a picture of you with the bucket. You want bucket? I don't think he's gonna grab the bucket. Puppies, maybe, but, like, I don't know. Can we bring the bucket to Slough Creek? Probably not. I don't think we can bring the bucket to Slough Creek. It'd be very funny if you could carry stuff over there, though. It's the middle of the map, and on the left side. The mates don't interact with collectibles. Okay, that's valid. Middle of the map, so, like... Yeah, this is the area. This do be the area that y'all are telling me to look around in. And this is where I've been told to go in the past as well, and I've just managed to absolutely not find it. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave soon because it do be getting to be snooze time, so... Oh, there's the tent! Yo, it's just right here! Yo! Oh, this was part of the achievement, too! Yo, guys, it's a tent! We found the tent! Can we jump on it? It has the EduWeb logo on it. Yo, it's just a tiny little thing. No wonder I didn't find it. Alright, we gotta get, like, a picture. Oh, we can't lay down with the mouth full. Okay, no, I'm getting a picture here. I have to get a picture here. Oh, let me take picture here. I'm trying to set up for the pose, dang it. Alright, can we do it like this? We can do it like this. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Alright. There we go. Get some pictures. It's very dark, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh my goodness. All right, now we escape because... And where is this on the map? Okay, it is pretty close to the creek. All right. Yo, thank you guys for the instructions. I'm glad I could find it this time. Hey. Yes, wolf camping time. I'm keeping this bucket too. This is mine now. I found it. It's mine. Oh, the stranger wolves are here. Let's book it. Come on, Koji. Let's run. Koji's probably just like, what in the heck is going on? Why are we doing this? What's happening here? We're being chased by stranger wolves now. We can keep the collectibles at the tent. We need, like, just a stash of the collectibles. I don't know if we'll find all of them or not. But if we find somewhere, we gotta put, the thing is we gotta put the stash somewhere out of Stranger Wolf territory, otherwise we're not gonna be able to visit it, and that will be less fun. So let's go this way. We steal Wapiti Pack's bucket. It's our bucket now. It's ours now. What do you mean? It's now it's mine. I found it. It's mine. We yoinked the bucket. Oh my goodness. Keep all the collectibles at the gateway to Slough Creek. We could do that. We could do that. It's kind of a run, but we could do that. Or maybe we could put them by the spawn rock. We could put them by spawn rock, maybe. Let's put them by spawn rock, because then we'll be able to find it. Just pile as many of them as we can find on spawn rock. Yeah, spawn rock works. It do be. It's our bucket now. We have acquired it. We have commandeered it. Claim the bucket. Yeah, spawn rocks. Time to put collectibles at spawn rock. We'll see if we can find, I don't know how many of them we'll get. We can make it a competition to see how many collectibles our wolves can find on Amethyst Mountain. See who finds the most and brings it back to spawn rock. It could be the tradition of the Moonstone Pack and the descendants. I guess technically Puma's pack won't be the Moonstone Pack, but she is the heir of the Moonstone Pack. Wapiti, leave us alone. Leave us alone, Wapiti. I hear you. I hear them sneaking up on us. Oh, there's only one of these fools. We could take him. Puma's not really that sort of wolf, though. She'll have to fight more when we get to Slough Creek, but I don't think she's one for just running around and beating the snot out of the other stranger wolves. At least one item is found on a rock in Slough Creek. Ooh, we'll have to see. Alright, let's go this way. Nope, we are leaving your territory. Just leave us alone. Oh, Fossil Forest is another good place for a temporary home. We could bring it to Fossil Forest, which is closer. Actually, Fossil Forest could be closer. We're kind of heading in the direction of both. Do we want to do it at Fossil Forest? Because that is pretty central to the map. Oh, there do be more than one. Now, I'm sniffing. I'm gonna get addicted to looking for the collectibles. I'm gonna be just always wanting to sniff around. We still have our bucket. We still have our bucket. Alright, you know what? Let's do it at Fossil Forest, because that's closer, and that's a very central location to the map. Oh yeah, we can do, next time, we'll have to remind us next time to do a prediction on how many of the collectibles we'll find. We found 1, and I think there's 8 here, and then the next episode will be the next ones, so we'll see. Yeah. We'll have to see how many of them we end up finding. I'm gonna try to, like... Oh, this is the scent of our bucket that is floating around now. Okay, where's Fossil Forest? Is that it over there? Where it be? It be a little to this side. Oh, there it be. Okay, there it be. Yeah, we can put our buckets up here. Yeah, that'll be a fun thing to gamble some points on, and see if we end up finding them or not. So let's see. Let's just put the bucket. We'll put the bucket here. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the skull, the Fossil Forest skull. All right, we take snooze now. We take snooze now, and we see if we find anything else. We'll try and. It's about time to wrap up. We found a good amount of stuff. We started a little late though, so I'll give it a couple more minutes before we wrap up. I think just a tiny bit more. Fossil forests do look very cool. It is a very nice one. Oh, huh. All right, we snooze until it get to be more daylight. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the stream. We're gonna do a little tiny bit more, but we're mostly just kind of collectible hunting and seeing if there's anything close by. Spawn Rock probably isn't a location. We found 3 locations here. Yeah, Fossil Forest is good. Let's run up to the summit pretty quick. Is the summit gonna be too far? Do you think we can make it in like 5 minutes to the summit? Probably can't. We can maybe make it to the summit and then we'll come back next time. That's what we can do. I don't want to spend too long doing this because we do have to wrap up, but we started tiny bit late, so we might end tiny bit late. There did be an elk carcass nearby. That might be worth snagging. Oh, Wapiti is consuming the other pack. Oh my goodness, they've like, oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my goodness, they've like claimed around. That's amazing. Oh yeah, good night. Thank you for joining us. But my gosh, they really just said no territory for you. Wapiti has enveloped them, except for the one hex that they're not allowed to claim. Yeah, Wapiti is just bullying everyone. They surrounded their home tile. No escape, only Wapiti pack. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Where be elk carcass? I smelt elk carcass. The wind has shifted. I cannot any longer smell elk carcass. Okay, we don't waste time on that. We run to summit very fast because I do not want to go too far over time. There's no large den, just an enormous amount of wolves. The wolves have learned siege tactics. Man, does anybody else remember, like, old school WolfQuest before Slough Creek, and people used to find the fallen trees on the old Amethyst map and pretend they were dens? I just had, like, the most vivid memory of that. It was a wild time. I remember that. I remember those days. I'm gonna, like, date myself by how old school WolfQuest I remember. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those did be a time. Those were a time. I'm also sniff for other collectible. Are we running the right direction? We're running approximately the right direction. Yeah, Wapiti attacking our pups would be terrifying. They seem like a pretty aggressive pack. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's go up here, and then we can take a brief look. We'll take a brief look at our achievements one more time, and then we'll look at we'll look at Koji's stats next time, probably before we go to Slough Creek. That's what we can do, because we don't have a lot of time left. We're a little bit over time. Yes. Yeah, that is something that's very fun, is just, like, coming up with your own things. Is this the hecking moon tree? I don't know if this actually is or not, but it might be. That's another old school WolfQuest thing. Oh my goodness. Oh no, yeah, sometimes Wapiti pack, no like if you're hanging out in their territory. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I remember we had all kinds of, like, there was always a bunch of not wolf related roleplays in WolfQuest. There were some great ones that were too, but there was always, like, I don't know, man. Old school WolfQuest had some wild times and then everybody trying to, like, deal with the very limited chat lexicon. And people were creative. That was, I think, why the lexicon became what it was, is because people got creative with things they shouldn't have been creative with. And then, then we got a chat lexicon, and then it just got a little bit insane. It was a wild time, though, for sure. Now, I think the summit is, like, right up here, right? Like, this is the summit, I think. Oh, I think I see the summit. Or no, the summit's right here. Is this it? It's one of these ridges. One of these ridges is the summit. One side of this is the summit. There is, I believe, a way you know. Is this a food? Are they telling me there is a food? There is, in fact, a food. I want it. Gib food. Am hungry, want eat. Do not bite me or I bite you. You gonna leave? Get out. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Die. Death. Congratulations, you have earned death. Die. Do not bite. No biting allowed. No biting allowed. You bite, we bite. You bite me, I bite you. This is an incredibly disproportionate reaction, but yep. There we go. Bite for bite. I did choose violence. Only violence. Did you want some of this? Hey, are you? No, that's a fox. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were one of those coyotes. I was mistaken. All right, we let him eat. Now, where is the summit? Which part of this is the summit? It'd be around here somewhere. There is, I think, a way you can tell where the summit is. If we look on map, okay, it's behind us, so it's over this way. I think it's this hill. I think it'd be this hill. Congratulations, you were in death. Yep. Yep, that'd be the way of things. Aha! Summit? Summit? Hey, Summit Karn! Alright, many elk and deer donated their antlers to mark this peak. Yo! Alright, and here I think is where we are going to leave it off, as long as Wapiti doesn't come and attack us. But we will take a brief look really fast about the achievements we have so far. Let me just put up the screen for a second so we can get there. And then we will take a look at what we've got left to do, and then we will wrap up for the night. So here we be. We killed an ungulate. Ungulate? Am I saying that right? I've seen that word so many times and I've rarely pronounced it out loud. Reached 50% affinity with the trial mate. No more on this one. We got a 4-star diversity. You have chosen poorly as the counterpart. Oh, these achievement icons are so great too. Oh, we gotta find another fish. The beers. Some of these are just so amazing. Oh my goodness. I really do genuinely love the art for this. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We found 4 of the 6 locations, so it's just the Chalcedony Falls and the Log Jam that we have to find. Haven't done any of the ones in Slough Creek. Haven't found any of the Slough Creek ones, but we did find, so there's a bucket, there's a crystal, there's a handbag, there's binoculars, there's a boot, oil lamp, umbrella, and a rusty bowl. So we'll have to look for a lot of those the next time, because we didn't find a lot of that this time. Life Arc, I don't have any here, and then we don't have the multiplayer one. Yeah, I have to see. This could be like a fun... Hey! This could be a fun challenge for the Elements pack. Get the gang back together and cause some more shenanigans. We shall see, we shall see. But, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here for today, I think, because it is about that time again. It do be a little bit past that time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to drop a follow also here on Twitch so that you can catch it when we are going live and have a chance to hop in and have a say in what happens in the games. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.